Welcome back to the Sky Talk for December 7th through the 14th, 2020. This is Peggy Hernandez from the U46 School District Planetarium, and we are starting around sunset. It's 4:16. The sun sets at 4:20 or so, maybe 4:19. And I left up the constellations because I want you to know that those stars are up in the sky even when the sun is out. We can't see them because the sun overpowers them, but as soon as it gets dark, we start to be able to see the stars that make up those outlines. Or I should say, the planet Jupiter. That's the first thing that shows up in our evening sky. Vega is a bright star that's in the west. There it is. That's the second thing that shows up. And then there's Saturn. Guys, Jupiter and Saturn are getting closer and closer. I noticed that they were as wide as my index finger. On one side, I had Jupiter, and on the other side, I had Saturn when I had my arms stretched out at arm's length just a couple days ago. And I know that in a couple days, it's going to be more like between my pinky fingernail, the tip of my pinky. And after that, they're going to be too close to you'll be able to cover both of them with the tip of your pinky finger by next week. So we are at 5:41. It's clearly dark out. Jupiter and Saturn are definitely visible. I'm going to slow us down a little bit. And I want to show you. So Vega, the bright star Vega is up. That's Altair and Aguila the Eagle. Here's the constellation lines that are in the west. And there's those drawings. Jupiter and Saturn smack dab in the southwest, pretty low as it gets dark. They're gone by about 6:15, so you need to go out and look for them as soon as it turns dark out. Let's turn to the left and face south, straight south. We got the Jupiter and Saturn to the right, and that means we have Mars off to the left in the southeast. Mars is pretty noticeable. I noticed it from the grocery store parking lot the other day. It's one of the brighter things in the sky. It's definitely orangish, but it's quite a bit far away from Jupiter and Saturn. But these are the constellation lines of the objects we'll see in the south. None are really, really bright. The good ones actually rise up in the east after sunset. So if I head over here to the east, we've got Taurus the Bull right here. It's a letter V-shaped constellation. That red dot is the eye. There's his nose, and that dot goes to the other eye of Taurus the Bull. In his shoulder, we've got the beautiful Pleiades right here. Capella is a bright star, and Auriga, the charioteer. And these are the constellations that are up at 5:50. If we fast forward to, say, 8 o'clock, we can see Gemini the Twins. Gemini the Twins will be up clearly above the horizon by 8 o'clock. And I'm going to go even a little bit further, maybe closer to 9 o'clock. Here's 8:45 on the 7th. And Gemini the Twins they're two matching stars. And they're on top of each other when they first rise. And there are the twin boys. I want to really point out Gemini the Twins because we have the Geminids this week. We have a meteor shower. Our Earth is going to be barreling through a spot in our solar system where there's extra debris, like little rocks. And Gemini is like the leading edge of the Earth. The direction of Gemini is the leading edge of the Earth as we hit them. So they look like they're going to be coming up from Gemini and coming to the side and below Gemini. It's called the radiant point. And I can mark them on here. That's where the Geminids look like it's going to be the radiant point. They're going to all shoot from this direction. And if you go out, as long as Gemini is well above the horizon by 8:45, you should be able to see them. The best night will be Sunday night, the 13th, into the early Monday on the 14th. You will see extra meteors if you go out and if it's clear. The good news is there's no moon visible. We're really close to a new moon when the moon and the sun are next to each other. So we will not have to worry about the glare of the moon overpowering the Geminid meteor shower this week. If we keep spinning to the left and we are in the northern sky, that's where we always see the dippers. The Big Dipper's tail is kind of below the horizon a little bit at 8:45, but the two scooper stars, the last two stars in the saucepan, always lead us to the North Star and Little Dipper. And here's what it looks like without all those drawings, just the natural sky. Those two pointers always point us to the North Star. So here we are on December 7th through the 14th. Go out and look at those planets this week and look for those Geminids. See you next time.